Welcome back to our weekly Survivor recap. Today we are discussing everything that went down, that took place on season 49, episode 4, titled "Go Kick Rocks, Bro."
I like the title.
I do too.
Go kick rocks, bruh.
I know, but the episode basically opens with our two lone survivors of the Kella tribe, Alex and Sophie, and they're just kind of recounting the past 6 insane days of their time on the island, but yet still cementing their loyalty for one another.
It's crazy they've only been out there 6 days.
I know.
I'm like, shouldn't we be like farther along in the season by
Same.
now?
I'm like, these poor people have gone, to the ends of the earth and back, and it's only day 6. Oh, and Sophie lost her shoe to the ocean.
Right, well,
So she's one shoeless.
I was like, why were they sleeping so far down on the beach where the tide came up and got them?
Exactly.
Like that,
I know. And that was kind of I get why they opened the episode that way, but then all of a sudden it's like, all right, it's day 7, let's get into the stuff. Which Jeff teased there might be a tribe switch happening. So it did, in fact, on day 7, the tribes switched up. Everyone got rid of their old buffs, got new buffs. So you've got the yellow buff, which is Hina, and the blue buff, which is Kella.
I was like, dang, they kept the blue in there. Rip for that team.
I
that has to
know.
go back to that beach. I will say it was interesting. I like that Jeff said that the tribe swap was in the cards once they got to 14 players anyways. It was just expedited a little bit on Jake's unfortunate
Departure.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And also amongst this was a 2v2v2 challenge, which ended up being the first Survivor Fake-Out challenge of this season.
Which I will say, in the seasons I've watched, this is the first fake-out I've seen.
Okay.
I'm sure they've done it in the past.
Okay.
But they probably were actually going to do that challenge if they had enough people.
If they had enough people,
So,
exactly. I mean, it was all set up.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone pay attention. I'll read Hina if you'd like to do
I'll
the
read
honors of Kella. Okay, so the new tribe for Hina, which remember, Hina, this beach has everything, okay? You got Sophie, who is a former Kella tribe member. You have Savannah, Rizzo, Jawan, Nate, Jason, and Matt, okay?
Yep.
So 2 from the OG Hina, and then the rest were the Ulis, minus Sophie being a Kella tribe member.
Yeah, and then on Kella, the poor beach with nothing at all.
Nothing.
You have Alex, who unfortunately has to go back there. I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Steven, Christina, MC, the other Sophie, Shannon, and Sage. So on this one, Shannon and Sage are our only 2 Uli. Then you have Steven, Christina, Alex, and MC from the old Hina.
From the old Hina. So they came from having everything to now having nothing, as did the other Uli members, okay? So here's where things kind of made me perk up. Alex mentions the Uli versus Hina, like bad blood that those 2 tribes had going on while they were still 3 tribes altogether.
Yeah. And I mean, it's understandable. You leave poor Kella out of it. They don't have anything
anything.
anyways. So the 2 strong tribes are obviously going to try to butt heads with each other. And I do like that for these new tribes, they were split. You have a majority of one on the other, and then vice versa. So it'll definitely make it interesting to see how they target each other, especially because you have Alex and Sophie split. So they're kind of that floating number right now.
Yeah, they both feel very, I don't want to say untouchable, but because they've gone through so much, they're like, people won't want to vote me off in the event.
Right. Well, and then, so on our new Kella tribe, Alex kind of, like you said, mentions that. But then also you have Steven that's kind of like, Shannon, she's a shark in a spiritual guru's body.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of weird. She instantly jumps onto that. But she did that originally too.
Yeah, so Shannon, just to remind you, is the one that's always talking about breath work and peace and meditating. But Steven's kind of seeing through the whole facade of it all, being like, there's something sneakier about her.
We also have to mention Sage for just a second.
Oh, please, yeah.
We have to mention Sage. She is so weird. So she's like, I'm Sage, blah, 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 blah. You guys are probably going to think I'm a freak, but I'm expecting, because I think she's the one that believes in zodiacs. That's what I'm expecting her to say. She's like, no, I am so fascinated by blackheads, I keep them all in a jar. Like the blackheads you get on your nose.
Girl.
Disgusting.
So when I heard before she even finished the sentence, I like blackheads, I was like, me too. I love popping a good blackhead. But then she said, I like to keep them. I said, well, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, that's
in the
so
Survivor
gross.
sand, Sage.
So gross.
Don't keep those. So these were fun little tidbits. We're also getting to know a little bit more about Christina's backstory. Her mom, unfortunately, fell victim to pill and alcohol addiction. But she is bonding with Savannah over God and motherhood and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So, or not Savannah. I'm sorry. Was it Shannon?
I think it was Shannon. She was
Shannon,
bonding.
excuse me.
Yeah.
Shannon and Christina, who are now on the same tribe, are bonding. So new alliances are starting to form, especially between Sophie, the former Kella tribe member, and Savannah, the former Uli tribe member. So anyways, I'm loving seeing all these new relationships kind of bud and grow as the tribes have switched up.
Right. And you have a lot going on over in Kella, too. But what we want to get to, though, is our challenge for today.
Yes. 5 members leap into the ocean. Then they have to pull a boat containing 2 remaining tribe members to a platform where they will then collect large wooden cubes. Once all are on to the shore, one tribe member must transport 10 smaller cubes on a single balance beam. Remaining tribe members will use a wooden plank to transport the 5 bigger wooden cubes across. Then they have to stack them 15, 20 high, okay? That's the craziest challenge to explain.
It was. And, I mean, right out the gate, I'm kind of cheering for Kella. Just because, first of all, it's not the same team, obviously.
Yeah.
But I want them to have stuff.
They gotta have
Like,
something.
Alex even showed them how disgusting their beach was,
Yeah.
So, right out the gate, also we have to mention, this is a food reward.
Food reward.
A nice helping of fruits that looked amazing. But then you had Sophie, not the one that was on Kella.
No, other Sophie.
The other Sophie. She's like, Jeff, that's diet food. I wanted carbs.
Exactly. Like beggars cannot be choosers,
Right,
especially on Survivor.
girl.
Sophie.
Eat.
Yeah.
Literally just eat.
Yeah.
Whatever, if your tribe wins. Matt does have a bit of a challenge walking across the beams on this one.
Keeps
And I
falling
was kind of
off.
like, oh, that's going to put a target on him because
Yep.
of his inability there. He drops a lot of blocks,
Mm-hmm.
Once they get over, they do use Nate's height as an advantage for them, the new
Yeah.
Hina tribe, which is smart. But ultimately, the Kella tribe thankfully wins. MC's crushing it at the block transfer to get over there.
Oh my gosh.
And she's just leading the block stack. And Kella does try a whole bunch of different
Tactics.
Tactics, thank you.
They're stepping on Alex
Yes.
with MC, who has Shannon on her shoulders. Like, it was insane.
They were constantly switching.
Constantly switching up, making it work. And honestly, when I texted Charlie and I was like, okay, now I'm crying. He was like, what were you crying about? And I go, because Kella finally won.
Yeah, I was expecting her to
challenge.
be like somebody got hurt. That's what I was expecting because she watched it before me this week. So Hina does go to tribal. They lose their flint, and finally Kella gets their flint and machete. Thank goodness for them.
And the fruit.
Yes. So then back at Hina, there's that, like we teased earlier, the war between Uli and old Hina. And so it's kind of like the Ulis are like, we're going to pick who goes. And so also, too, we have to mention, Rizzo can finally get his idol.
Yes, that's right.
Just because they're not on the old Uli beach, that idol's still there for him. So Savannah and Nate actually dig it up for him.
Yes.
Then give him that. And then
Sneak it to him.
Yes, they sneak it to him. And so he has his vote back because originally he didn't have it back. So Savannah, Rizzo, and Sophie, they're discussing whether to vote off Matt or Jason. There's kind of some back and forth. Some people want to do this, some people want to do that. But ultimately, it's between those two.
Yes.
Which they're kind of on the bottom, so understandable. Then we get to Tribal Council. I won't lie, I was kind of bored with Tribal Council.
Yeah, I was like, okay, let's move it along,
Right.
Jeff. Like, let's go.
I
Just
zoned
figure I was
out.
leaving.
But ultimately, what it comes down to is,
Matt got 4 votes.
thank you.
Jason got 2 votes, and Nate got 1 vote.
Yes. So Matt is gone. I was
Matt.
kind of expecting him, but for a second I thought Jason might be
I
the one
did
to
too.
go.
But here's my prediction: if the new Hina tribe goes to tribal council next week, I think Jason's going to be on the chopping block.
Oh, absolutely.
Unfortunately, but it's anyone's game still. But yeah, I think Matt had to go. I didn't really understand how everyone was freaked out that he was a numbers guy and was like a branch manager of a bank. I just didn't understand why everyone was so
didn't
put
really
off by
understand
that.
that
But that
either.
was another reason why people were like, you can't trust him. He's good with numbers. But he
Yeah.
was playing this whole airport guy,
Yeah.
cool vibes, dreadlocks, all that.
He was an
stuff.
interesting person.
Yeah,
that's for
he
sure.
was. So you guys, that is our recap for episode 4, Go Kick Rocks, Bro. New episode tonight, and we're going to be recapping episode 5. Don't want to miss it.